people and giving them the options, but it's the best we can come up with dealing with the various needs of various groups, including society. And you have to understand also, if I can recall you, that, what's happening is neighborhood groups and other people are filing suit as well, saying you got to do a better job, San Francisco, of getting people off the streets. The biggest case was in 2020 when then UC Hastings, when residents of the Tenderloin said the tent encampments are so bad here we can't even walk on the sidewalks, and that was an uproar. And the drug dealing is so bad, and city, you've got to do something about that. So San Francisco is trying to do something about this, but you have competing efforts and competing definitions, and also competing agendas. But underneath all of it comes a real basic question: is where is the cities, counties, or states' responsibility when it comes to housing? Is it a right? Is it an aspiration, or is it a right? And if it's an aspiration, you do your best to try to get it. If it's a right, you got to do it. And we're going to be seeing how it works out in the courts.
All right, thank you, Phil. That is our insider, Phil Matier, who will be back this afternoon at 5:50. Also coming up sooner than that hour, Holly Kwan spoke with the executive director of the Coalition on Homelessness about this suit, and we will hear from her next hour. At 7:55, we're on to the Money Watch now with Jason.
Melissa, a future indicator for the housing market continues to drop. Pending home sales in August fell 2% from the previous month, the third straight monthly decline, while the pace of sales was down more than 24% from a year earlier. The National Association of Realtors is forecasting a 15% decline in existing home sales in 2022, with new home sales plunging by nearly 21%. Stock market bouncing back today. The Dow and S&P looking to snap 6-session losing streaks, getting some help from the Bank of England, announcing that it will be buying long-term bonds and help to support the British pound, which fell to a record low against the dollar this week. Dow's up 290 points, NASDAQ gaining 82, S&P up by 37. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
If you're thinking about home improvement, why not choose products that last longer, look better, and provide real energy efficiency, all while increasing the comfortability of your home? For over 50 years, Armstrong Painting, Roofing, and Windows. Free estimates and financing available when you call toll-free 855-777-1234 or online at armstrong1234.com. Armstrong Painting, Roofing, and Windows. License 245291.
Just how fast is Xfinity Internet with supersonic Wi-Fi? Well, it's really fast, like beyond gig speed fast. It has 3 times the bandwidth and the power to connect hundreds of devices at once. That way, the whole family can game, stream, or work all at the same time. Now that's power. Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/gig. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay. New gigabit extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
Hi, this is George with Left Coast Buyers. We buy properties all over California. If you own a house or an apartment building and want to sell it fast at a great price, call us at 925-490-2000. We can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. We buy properties in any condition, any price range, and can help you in any situation. Do you own a property that is run down and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Are you out of time, money, and energy? Let us help. Are you looking for an easy way to get top dollar for your property and sell on your terms and timeline? Well, call Left Coast Buyers now at 925-490-2000. We can solve any problem. We buy divorce houses, inherited houses. We even buy vacant houses and abandoned houses. Do you have a tenant who hasn't paid rent? Are you behind on property taxes, mortgage payments, or even facing a foreclosure? Even if you're just nervous about capital gains or an upcoming recession, we've seen it all. So if you or someone you know owns a property and needs to sell, call Left Coast Buyers at 925-490-2000. That's 925-490-2000.
Let's wrap up the hour with a check on traffic. Kim's in your local Honda dealer's traffic center.
And mostly we're just stuck with big delays from earlier issues, like trying to get to the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. Very frustrating this morning because of an earlier crash, or a stall actually, that was on the span. So we're backed up from Marina Bay Parkway out to the Toll Plaza. Once on the bridge, you're okay. We're also looking at Interstate 80. There's been no problems here. It's just slow from Pinole all the way down into Berkeley, and then that feeds into the backup at the MacArthur interchange. So we had an earlier motorcycle crash along the upper deck of the Bay Bridge. That's gone now, but slow metering lights have you backed up well east of the Toll Plaza and MacArthur Maze. 580, it's starting to feed into the slow traffic in the commute, which is all the way back from about 35th MacArthur, Coolidge area, all the way up through Lake Merritt and to the bridge. Your next update, 8:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Mostly sunny skies expected throughout the afternoon today. Just some overcast at the immediate coastline. Highs today getting into the 60s at the beaches, into the low 80s inland. We've got traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. It is Wednesday, September 28th, 2022, coming up on KCBS.
This is Matt Bigler in Pleasant Hill, where a Nordstrom rack is the scene of a standoff between police and a suspected car thief.
Some of San Francisco's unhoused and their advocates are suing the city over practices with the homeless community.
And Hurricane Ian gains strength as it heads toward Florida. Good morning, I'm Melissa Colross.
And I'm Eric Thomas.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station. It's 8 o'clock.
It's CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
I'm Steve Kathan. Hurricane Ian batters Key West, Florida. The strong storm is now cutting a path for the state's western coasts.
It is imminent. I can tell you it is a Cat 4 hurricane, nearly a Cat 5.
Florida Emergency Management Director Kevin Guthrie, Ian's top sustained winds are now 155 miles an hour.
Make the same preparations as if it is a tornado going over your house. Get to an interior room, free up windows, have stuff to be able to protect your head and body from the debris, such as a blanket, sleeping bag, mattress, or even potentially helmets.
The projected storm surge estimate for some areas has been up to 18 feet now. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson says the hurricane will punish Florida for several hours.
The storm is going to slow down as it comes on land this afternoon, and then it is going to crawl as it moves its way inland to about Orlando by 7 in the morning on Thursday, and then reemerges into the Atlantic by the afternoon and evening on Thursday as a weakened system.
Ken Graham is director of the National Hurricane Center.
These communities along the coast, it's an incredibly dangerous situation. Rainfall, not just along the coast, but inland. Think about these values that we're forecasting. Widespread 10 to 15 inches, 15 to 20 inches. Some places going to get 2 feet of rain.
I'm Stephen Portnoy in Washington. President Biden says he spoke with Governor Ron DeSantis last night, and the mayors of Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Clearwater yesterday.
I made it clear to the governor and the mayors that the federal government is ready to help in every single way possible.
At a White House conference on hunger, Mr. Biden urged Floridians to listen to local officials.
Use their judgment, not yours.
And he had this message for the oil and gas industry.
Do not use this as an excuse to raise gasoline prices and gouge the American people.
Energy companies in Europe are beefing up security. Officials labeling leaks on 2 underwater pipelines from Russia sabotage. Moscow denies responsibility and blames the U.S. The head of the European Union has called for new sanctions on Russia, calling its referendums in parts of Ukraine a sham. And CBS's Charlie D'Agata has more on stepped-up rhetoric.
A renewed nuclear threat comes from the deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, saying, "I want to remind you, the deaf who hear only themselves, Russia has the right to nuclear weapons if necessary."
In Nepal, the body of American extreme skier Hillary Nelson was found just days after she fell from the world's 8th largest, highest peak, that is, Mount Manaslu. Wall Street right now, the Dow's up 279. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Order a grilled spicy deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. It's spicy and full of flavor. Available for a limited time.
8:03 at the Bay Area's news station KCBS. Mostly sunny skies with mild to warm temperatures expected throughout the afternoon today. Good morning, I'm Melissa Colross.
And I'm Eric Thomas.
Here is what's happening.
An hours-long police standoff in Pleasant Hill seems to be winding down. This all started when a police suspect ran into a Nordstrom Rack store yesterday afternoon. KCBS's Matt Bigler joins us live from the scene at Sun Valley Mall with an update on where police believe the suspect is now. Matt?
Well, Eric, you are correct. This 13-plus hour standoff at the Nordstrom